Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game out of the Capitals rink here at our female showcase. We are just about ready to go, and we actually are as puck drop ahead of us. My name's Jeff Warburton, bringing you the caller for the second last game of the night between the Stars and the Caps. So Stars from just down the road, the Caps from just down a much longer road. As that's sent down for a quick icing 20 seconds in, and we'll head down to the left. Caps picked up the win earlier today against the Kraken. I was on the call for that one as we head here to the left. Puck dropped in. Driscoll tries to work that back. Fitzpatrick picks up on it as it's poked at and overskated as the Stars chase after that on the right. Walter plays that back in behind and worked up the right side boards to the red line and dumped in. Tegan Young, the netminder there for the Stars, going to play that off. Fitzpatrick with a Mullins. Mullins waits for her teammates to tag up and gets it down the right side corner. Payne gets pressured. Leslie to the half wall, and now leading pass up ahead there, in over the line. Kearney, shot, save made, and tried to bounce that in off the rebound, and good little look there, but it gets stopped both times. Leslie now on the line. Leslie shot off a shin pad. Over to the right side, Caps pick it up. Picked up down low and tripped up, but no call on that one as the Stars now play to the middle. Leslie gonna grab and send in behind. Stars waiting as it's knocked past the stick there of Dingwell and down low into the corner. Picked up by the Caps in their own defensive end. Trying to move this up here in front. Past Larkin. Chased into the end boards. As four players down there along the end board trying to jockey for position. Picked up and sent back to Harland. Harland, a little bit of time to work with it. It's going to work that into the end wall again. Left side corner. 2-on-2 as the Caps circle back. Caps back to the blue line. Ripped off the wall. There's a Spridge. Tries to put some pressure on for the Caps. Stars get worked into the wall. Battling for it in the corner at Asbridge. Grabs. Surveys. And backhand to the half wall. Gets caught. It'll clear in behind. Caps work it over. Now picked up here by Harland. Harland going to bring it in herself as the rest of her squad changes off. And it's sent down low past Fitzpatrick there. Picked up on the half wall. Worked in behind by Lutley. Lutley over to her captain there, Mullins. And now Lutley going for a skate, trying to find some open room, and she will up through the middle. Shot scores! As that one gets tipped by, and on their first shot of the game, the Stars find the back of the net for the 1-0. Just a little bouncing puck. An odd one that works around right down Broadway and finds the back of the net, and that'll be our first goal just over 3 minutes into this contest. And we head back to center, so sometimes you got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good, and that one trickles its way in. Down the right side, and it's brought in as the Caps looking to shake that one off. LaPierre along the boards gets knocked by her. Walter in behind as the Stars look for entry, and that was the delayed offside, so Stars will exit the zone, and a lead pass here to the left. McHenry shoots, goes wide, rebound, rolls out to the right side for Prince, but out of the reach. Down there along the board, Stars overskate the puck. Leading pass through. Now brought over the line. Along the right, Driscoll. Half wall, leading ahead Jodry. Jodry plays it to the middle. Nice move by Driscoll. Finds some open room and works it in front. Puck still loose there, and they back at it, but it hits the back of the net there. Driscoll picks it up on the backhand. Nice smart move down and stick in the arms. That'll be a hooking call there on the Stars. It's kind of dug in and pleading a case all the way to the box, but that one looked pretty clear, even if you don't mean to do it. If that thing gets hooked onto the arm, more often than not, that's getting called. And that'll be sitting for 2 for Bella Fitzpatrick. And a chance for the Caps to try to tie this game up early. Spun off the wall. Leslie heads down from the corner. Caps back to the blue line. Prince over to Leslie. Chopping away at that, and that'll be touched up with the high stick, so free whistle outside the zone. Neutral zone draw here now. Puck dropped in now. Prince try to get that back in behind. Stars over to Payne. Payne circles back from below the blue line. Bringing it onside, but missing the stick of Jodry. Into the corner. Gagnon kicks it accidentally to Driscoll. Driscoll back to the blue. Over to Payne. Payne turns it over, trying to put that pass through. And now Mullins, potential breakaway here, has a step. Mullins back the other way, all sorts of pressure. Backhand save made, wasn't able to get a ton on that one. Over to Jodry. Sent back in around. Payne looking for it. Payne in behind the net. Gets it to the right side. Caps start to move this puck up through center. Parsons goes down as the penalty with 40 seconds left on it. Harland. D pass there. Brought in over the line. Wilkie spinning out of it and gets it to the top of the circle. In behind Myers. Myers is overtaken. Down to the left, swept on. Myers loses it. Now holding to the top of the circle. Shot goes high. Trying to catch the netminder up top. Past Kearney. Grabbed and sent the length of the ice. Slowed up. Lead play there. Beaton. Beaton takes a long way around, and it's ricocheted into the bench, and we'll get a whistle on the play there with 13:37 left to go here in the first. So just kind of getting our feet under us here in this game. Puck dropped in. Stars heading down the left side. In along the end boards and head over heels as they get tied up, but they're going to continue on. Dowling pokes it up ahead to Espridge. Dowling grabs it as well. Down there in the corner. Spinning around, Fitzpatrick chases. Fitzpatrick. Backing around. Audane steps in, blockered away. That gets over-skated. Stars swinging at it. Leslie. Leslie going to pick it up and send it in behind for Bradley. Bradley over to Fitzpatrick. Lillett over for the Stars. That's grabbed off the stick of Fitzpatrick. In behind Lutley, sent down low. Caps get to that one first and have a second to work with it too. Exits the zone. Backhand over. Stars fan on that, trying to get it out. Now it'll be swung at by Mullins and sent down. In behind Leslie. Leslie tries to pass that over. It's turned over in front. Little quick shot by Fitzpatrick as that one goes by. That was Rena Fitzpatrick who had that shot. Power now gets it on the left side. Power in over the line. Power in right down the middle, and it's off the end of the stick as the Stars try to work it back the other direction. Over the red line and sent in behind. Caps. Holding up over to Power. Into the feet. McHenry loses that, and it comes back to McKenzie. McKenzie in along the end boards. Getting pinched in there a little bit. Caps. Power picks it up. Power overskates that near center. Comes back for Player. Player gets spun around, but then gets it off. Bouncing puck in through center. Caps. Leslie. Get over the line. Left side. Sorry, Driscoll. Tries to get it to Prince. It's sent around. Leslie now going to pitch off on the left side. Keeps that puck down low. Gets a little help from her teammate as they all dig away for it. Prince. Feeds that back. Driscoll tries for it. Gets a stick on it, but it still gets worked the other way. And now a little body check by Leslie. Deemed enough by the ref. And that'll be a penalty there. 10:32 to go in the first, so we're about halfway through our first frame. That one grabbed, circled around, Larkin. Shot, tipped close in front. That one had a wide open net for half a second, but it gets out of the zone. Back in behind for Fitzpatrick. Over to Player. Player tries to get to Lutley. Lutley. Into the middle. Caps, bank pass. Back to Larkin. Larkin in over the blue line. Payne. Grabbed. Sent the length of the ice. From the left side, up there to Mullins. Mullins trying to get it over the blue line. They do. Toe drag, but it gets dropped off. Player tried for that shot, but it was broken up at the last second. Larkin shoots, steered to the end boards. Player tries to get it off in front again, and it's stopped there as we cut inside halfway through this period. 54 seconds to go here in the power play. Slapped up by the Caps. Back to the line for Matheson. Down the right side, Fitzpatrick. Battle for him behind. Stars to the blue line. Played across Matheson. Shot, and the goaltender slipping away out and just got bailed out by the post. There's always a shot that definitely had a chance of going in an empty net, but it catches iron. Matheson now shoots. That one's chopped out of the air down low. 20 seconds to go on the power play here for the Stars. Back on the blue line, handed off. Nice job there, Fitzpatrick. She'll line up a shot, and it goes wide on the right. Caps pick it up. Over to Matheson. Try to get that down low. Chip play along the wall. In the corner, it's back to the blue line. Steps in, shot off the shin pad. Jumped at. Spun back around. Driscoll takes it and sends it down, but the power play is over, so that will go as an icing here with 8:16 left to go in the first. And we head down to the right side. Is Caps coach having a quick word with the referee. Maybe trying to figure out why that was an icing. It was a kind of a close one. He's getting some sort of explanation over there. Puck dropped in, Caps. Working around the left side. Past Myers and Larkin. Last player back there. Spins it over to McKenzie. Over to Kearney. Parsons grabs it near center. Stars surveying. Trying to get that up. It's back to Payne. And it's into the end boards. Myers. Chips it up the wall. Lutley. Backhand, kind of no looker, but it'll work out for her. She puts it to an open area. Semi-risk pass there. Semi-risky, I should say. Lutley plays it back. Stars will have to chase into their own end. Caps, despite being down one, have done a good job pushing the pace here. Played up to Mullins. Mullins work it down the right side. Payne waits for that to ice. And it'll be back to the left. Puck on the left side. Try to win that back. It's sent high in the sky. Comes back down for LaPierre. Trying to get that through Lutley. In behind on the end boards. Looking for that pass. Comes all the way back to center. Leading ahead. Shot in around. Backhand comes across. Moved up ahead to Walker. Walker to the left side, trying to find an individual chance there, and it's sent in behind. They get the stick at that, and then it's covered up on the post. And some heavy shoving there. And the arm goes up, so that'll be penalties given. Caps head to the box. 6:24 left to go here in the first. And a power play opportunity, so just a little too aggressive in front of their own net. And they deem that too much. Face off. Dropped in. Dished back to Larkin. Larkin tries to get it in front. Caps. Back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick steps in. Shot. Save made as that one squared up. And the ref blows the whistle early. As puck was still bouncing around in front there. Must have lost sight of that one, I suppose. And that last penalty was a 4-minute. They're saying so. 3 minutes and 37 seconds still on the power play, so they said just too aggressive in front. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, but they get rung up for that, and the Stars with a good opportunity to add to their lead. Back in behind Fitzpatrick. Snaps that up the left side. Leslie waiting for it. Leslie, McHenry along the half wall. That rolls off the stick as the Stars try to steer that forward. Leslie now. Back down in behind. Fitzpatrick waits. Picks it up now in stride and shoots it into the skate. Stars now up ahead. Larkin. Across the blue line. Steered to the corner. Leading pass. Hits the stick. Stars. Bring that back around. Fitzpatrick. Shot into the end boards. Grabbed. Jumps Fitzpatrick's stick. That's Bella. She'll have to reset, pull it around. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first. Over the line. That one chased after, shot through traffic, moves to the right corner. Back to Matheson. Swung at, and somehow they were able to steer that on in front, but the save made. Past the feet of Matheson as they jump up. Try to put that pressure on. Grabbed and moved up the right side. Whoa, and a big ol' slash in there. And Walker's going to head to the box here now. So Braylon will sit, and it looks like with 1:55 left on that 4-minute penalty, it'll be 4-on-4. Mullins over to Myers. Myers trying to get that up, so an extended 4-on-4 here. Nearing the end of the first. Leslie gets it across. Caps. Turn it over to the middle. Mullins looking for a lane. She'll just fire one onto the end wall. Pierre picks it up. Jodry chases. Comes up near Myers again. Back in for the Caps. Up the wall with it, Mullins. Swings it around. LaPierre. Up to Jodry. Jodry to Beaton. Beaton hustles it in, then stops up. Over to Harland. Free puck. Fitzpatrick picks it up. Fitzpatrick backhands it, hits off a skate. Trying to center it now, and they jam at it on the corner, and that one got close. Whistle goes, though. 3 minutes to go. Face off to the right. Fitzpatrick, shot, steered in behind. Kearney chases. Up ahead, Caps. Bringing it over the blue line. Poked at with the stick. Gets high in the sky, and player trying to be cheeky there and put that one up in behind her, but it was offside by a hair, and that one will come back around. 2:44 to go in the period. 20 seconds in the 4-on-4. Face off to the left. Played to the middle. Driscoll shoots, goes wide. LaPierre back in behind. Player tries to go up the wall with it. Driscoll waiting. Arm goes up. Tripping call there. So it'll be 4-on-3 for 1 second, and then it'll be 5 seconds of 5-on-3. So those two penalties are just about over. And then we'll head into that latest penalty. So Payne shoots. Ooh, and that one catches her on the wrist. And it'll be back in behind Walker. Walker looking for a lane down the right side. 2:13 to go in the first. Been a bit of a longer frame here getting through this one. Couple penalties mixed in and a couple scrums. Down along the end boards, Caps back to Leslie. Leslie across on the blue line. Hand it off, back for the Caps. Leslie shoots, loose in front. Grabbed and into the end wall. Good clear there on the PK. Cap surveying. Get it over to the right side. Let ahead to Prince. Onside, they'll work it down into the right. The clock wasn't running there, so that was probably about 25 seconds we missed there. Harlan shoots. It'll probably, they got 144 up there. We got 122 down here. So 140 on the clock up there. We'll see what we end up with. I believe I hear the timekeeper saying it lost its connection. So hopefully that isn't a pertaining issue. As we await the solution to this one. And face off to the left. So they got 140 up there. Guess we'll have to adjust to that if that's where we're going to start at. Okay, so they dropped that down. So we got 100 total seconds remaining here and 1:11 on the power play. Caps. Back to Harland. Harland shoots one in, bouncing puck in front. Trying to spin that out to free it up and set back to the blue line. Down the left. Sent out from the corner. Harlan down along the half wall. Fitzpatrick chases. Picks up. Harlan stops it nicely on the blue line. That's not an easy play at all. 53 seconds now to go in the first. Shot in. Rebound. Backhand. That one trickles by the left pad. Fitzpatrick. Back over to Harlan. Shot stopped in front. And that one slapped out of the air. And one ref says eye stick. The other says no. And we get the whistle. So, need an adjustment. We're going to have to get on the same page on that one, I suppose, but the whistle goes. 9 seconds left to go in the power play. Overskated, Caps. Circle back down on the red line over to Leslie. Drops up back to Parsons. Parsons shoots. Ricochet is in behind. Down low, trying to cut down on the corner. Stopped. So 15 seconds on the clock, and we're back to even strength for the first time in a little bit. Puck dropped. Back near the blue line. That one missiled in. Leslie down to the corner for Beaton. 7 seconds to go. Beaton worked in there by Fitzpatrick as well. Along the end board. And that will take us to the end of the first. So a healthy amount to play that first, but it just ends up 1-0. We'll be back for the second shortly. All right, everybody, back here for the second period of action. 20 fresh minutes on the clock in a 1-0 game between the Caps and the Stars. Let's get back into it. Down the right side. Power waiting for it. It's Fitzpatrick who grabs. Sends that in behind LaPierre. LaPierre chases it. Loses that off the end of the stick as it's sent in behind. Try to go behind the back again. There was Lutley. Instead, it'll go up the wall to Power. Power. Chip play for the Caps, and it comes back around. Ricochets off the stick to Fitzpatrick. McHenry down here in front. McHenry brings it in. Shot steered to the side. Fitzpatrick up the wall and behind for Leslie. Leslie in behind the net, gets it to the left side, leading ahead. Stop up, hand it off, shot goes wide into the right side corner. Payne down low. Try to work with that. It's the Stars who come up with it on the left, but get cut off before they can exit their own zone. Player now coming in to help as well. Player comes out with it. Dishes it back to D. That would have been a great play if it was on the money, but instead it stays in the zone. Now they exit the zone and shuffle that to the left side, trying to break in. Player finds a little room and tries to snap that pass across to Walker, but it's just out of the reach. Walker was covered pretty well there as well. Larkin, shot blocked. Prince battling for that. And offside. That was a good call by the junior Liney out there. I didn't know if she was going to catch that one. It was just tight on the line, try to bring that in, but good eye, a good whistle. 2 minutes in. Puck dropped in there. Up the wall. Harland gets that into the end boards. Stars have that go by. Caps send that up off the glass, and it bounces back down and behind. Dowling tries to play it up ahead. Picked up in near center and just fired back on. Everyone stays out there. Stars make the move, but stop as Bridge has the player front shot. Oh, and that one goes high, and a great look there. Has managed to get that puck elevated just a little too high as it raises over the net. Back in behind, Wilkie. Dowling gets that up the right side. Fed in behind as Bridge. Down from the corner. Wilkie waits, has to wait for the tag up. Instead, she'll just dump it and change. We continue on. Chopped up in there in about the middle. Passed on back for the defense. And over to Kearney. Kearney down the right side. Kearney taking the long way around. Cut off along the boards. In near the feet. Comes back. Kearney to the blue line. Chip to the end boards. Parsons between the legs. Comes free. Shot and has to stay solid there in net is Young as that one came off the wall and created a decent scoring opportunity here. About 3.5 minutes in. Face off on the right. From the end boards, Kearney. Stars. Bringing that puck out down the right side. In over the line, swept at. Trying for it. It's along the half wall, into the glove, out of the glove. Puck still alive. Kearney circles back into her own end. Getting pressured. Lutley gets it back on the blue line. poked at. Mullins just blind fires that around the boards, and it'll wrap in. Back in behind. Kearney. Caps. Waiting for that. Played over. LaPierre. Parsons. Chipped back in behind. Player. Enters on the right. Player. Taking the long way around. All the way around the world. Player looking for that angle. Lets the shot go. Rebound. That was there in front. Comes back to Bradley. Chased. Parsons gets a whack at it. Should be able to get it out of the zone, and they just do here in front of us. Down the right side. Stars. Leading pass to Player. Player finds Walker on the left, semi-open. Walker pulls back. Back over to Larkin. Chop that. Hits the foot of Kelly. She's kind of labored out there after that one. Must have been a stinger. Chance there in front as McGugan gets spun around. Back in as the Stars doing a good job of cutting the ice in half here currently. Back in behind. That's down the right side. Trying to force that one through. It comes out the other side for the Stars. Backhand. Friedel on the boards. McGugan in over the blue. Trying to cut to the middle. Loses it. Caps. Leslie. Leslie over the line. Leslie takes the long way around. Tries to go up top on a cheeky little shot. Played off to the boards. Cut off again along the board. Before she can reach the puck, my mistake. His ref kind of needs to keep an eye on that. Potential interference, but they're letting him go there on that chance at least. Driscoll backhands that. Just goes through the legs on the left side. Played out in front. Stars lead ahead. Mullins, it gets in behind. Wilkie. Down for Fitzpatrick. Driscoll works it out through center. Driscoll shoots. Bounces off the end board. Whacked at in front again. Goes wide. Back in behind from the corner. Leading pass. Chop that. Down here in front. Sent back to the end boards. And whistle goes well behind the play. And I think that's going to be a penalty. Now the Stars coaches need an explanation for that one. Or sorry, maybe it was an icing so they can't change. 12:44 to go here in the second. We're going to go to center, and they guess they got to keep those players out there, but we go for the rare whistle at center, not after a goal, just the middle of the play. Drop down in there. Play it to the wall here. Now Walker. Walker brings it in over the line on the left side. Couple shoves in there. In around the corner. Picked up Caps. Asbridge starts to move. Backhand. Jamming away. And a good look there for the Caps as they're still trying to tie it. The only goal of the game is that early one off the shot. Haven't seen anything since then. That was almost, I believe, a first or second shift, so it has been a minute. Puck grab now. Stars looking to get that out. Bradley gets it over to the right side. Now lead pass there to Walker. Walker down over the blue line. She'll stop up on the half wall. Kicked off into the feet. Now try to bring back the other way. 2-on-1. forming. Has to get that pass across that bridge, and she does, but broken up. Had the right idea. Now on the end, boys, McGugan kind of blindly passes that one over. Asbridge picks it up to Wilkie. Wilkie shot into the glove, and now the arm goes up for the cross check on the play. 11:29 to go, and the Caps headed to the power play, trying to tie this game up. Fitzpatrick will sit. Face off on the right. Parsons. Back to Leslie. Bounces it over to Parsons. Played to the middle, shot in that one with a little zip on her, but it goes about a foot to the past the right post there. Caps back to Parsons. She'll cut back. Getting pressured, Leslie. Picks it up and shoots it in behind. Payne. Chased after on the half wall. Mullins. Mullins in front. Mullins with the move. Mullins goes the long way. Backhand save made on the rebound as well. Two good stops. Over the line. Beaton. Beaton slows up. Kicks it back to Wilkie. Over to Beaton. Beaton starts to head down. Puts it to the right side corner. Caps. Pick up on that, Parsons. Parsons gets it down to the circle. Parsons has it bounce off the stick. Stars kept in with a little kick there. Wilkie. Grabbed over here. Parsons gets it to the right corner. Driscoll. Driscoll. Backhands to the corner again. Jodry plays it out in front. Bouncing puck. Back to Wilkie. 22 seconds to go on the power play, and we're into the back half of this game officially now at the past the halfway point. Cap spinning. Doorstep shot. Save made there. What a stop. They try again to Driscoll, and it won't go. And that one somehow stayed out, and great save there by Young. Doesn't have her stick right now. Lutley gets spun out, and that one could be a penalty. So they're going to get her. So the PK parlayed into the power play, it looks like, and somehow this game isn't even. And now the two refs are meeting in. Now some heavy jawing down there. The two sides not happy with each other. Prince will end up in the box. And now it's a kill for the Caps needed. So 2 minutes in the sin bin. Interesting part of the game here. It's been good back and forth. The 1-goal lead still stands. Stars trying to add to it. Wilkie down low along the boards. Fitzpatrick picks it up on the back foot, gets it down the left side. Played back over, shot blocked again. Matheson on the half wall. Picked up, gets up to Driscoll. Driscoll, now with the burst of speed. Driscoll gets hung up, and save made. And they're going to go hook. They're not going to give the penalty shot. And I don't know how much clear of a breakaway you need on that one to get the penalty shot. But now the chirping gets to the unsportsmanlike. So heading to the box in frustration, and the ref just rings her up again. 8:55 left to go in the second, and I said this game was kind of entering an interesting point. And now the power play over for the Stars, and it'll be 4-on-4 for 1:30. So this one's getting interesting. Like I said, halfway through this game. I mean, it's been interesting the whole way, but we're kind of reaching a bit of a fever pitch here. Great chance there for Driscoll, who's been impressive all day. Back to LaPierre to the right side. On the backhand. Tries to get that through. Stars lead that up ahead. Asbridge. Spinning around to the left side, looking for a lane. Cutting to the outside, has a couple players to beat, and now the arm goes up. And a tripping call there. And it's going to be 4-on-3, and the Caps now putting on the pressure. 4-on-3 for a full minute here. So each play bringing something new to us here in the broadcast and on the ice. We hope you're enjoying this back home. My name's Jeff Warburton, bringing you the action over the Showcase weekend here on a crisp November night here in Summerside. Damn, November 21st already, eh? The days just fly by when you're broadcasting hockey and having a great time doing it. Back in behind. Caps. All sorts of ice out there. To Leslie. Leslie to the middle. Larkin tries to keep some pressure on with the stick. Played out in front. Driscoll kind of flutters that to the corner. It's going to be 30 seconds of 5-on-3 once the penalty's over here for the Caps. Leslie to the left side. Shot blocked. Caps. Over to Leslie. Driscoll way down low, playing net front presence. Mullins blocks it, catches up to it, but it's kept in on the line. Over there, shot, steered to the corner. Driscoll, and now penalty over, and it'll be 30 seconds of 5-on-3. Played over. Caps shoot, and they'll get the whistle with a grade B chance there. 7:19 to go here in the second. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 24 seconds. So maybe not a bad idea to just take that shot there. You get some fresh legs, and you can kind of come up with a strategy, get your 5 in the offensive zone. Back to the line. Picked up on the doorstep, tried to play that across. Nice save with the blocker. That'll be a whistle. Whistle goes, 7:09, 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3 now as the D will change. The forwards already did change. In on the end boards. Caps trying to square that thing up and bury it from the corner. One penalty over, 35 seconds. So it's a 5-on-4. Played down low, Caps. To the line. 25 seconds. Picked up. Wilkie works it over. Shot blocked in front. Backhand. Can't get it off. Lutley. Knocked out of midair by Wilkie. Good play there, but it'll eventually exit the zone for the first time in a while. Sent in behind. So Myers served the 2 minutes, but still having someone in the box. But we're at 5-on-5 now after that unsportsmanlike. So still have to serve it, but you're just not down. So after all that, we still remain 1-0 here for the Stars off that early goal. 6 minutes to go here in the second. Fitzpatrick plays in front, and it gets by everyone. Matheson jumps in, gets it to the end boards player. Played to the middle, whacked at. Hustling out of the zone. Power. Left side. Kind of gets held up on the outside, but they keep on playing. Worked from the corner. Walter jumps in on it. Flips it back to the line. LaPierre shot through traffic. Bouncing. Just goes over. Caps. In near the end boards. Picked up. Sent down for icing. And first icing we've seen in a minute here after all that penalty problems, whatever you want to call it, for both sides. Face off on the right here. .5:18 to go. Ready to go here in the offensive zone. In between the legs, Caps come out with it. Works over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick in behind the net. Tries to get that up. Star is blocked. Trying to stick lift that. Caps spinning, bouncing. And covered nicely as the whistle will go. And the puck has been in that end for quite a while here. Bend, don't break mentality here to try to finish out the second period for the Stars. Back up the right side boards. Trying to find that puck. Leslie loses it, comes back to the right side, poked at again. Dowling in behind. D to D there, off the foot. Caps. Chased after. Oh, and a shove there. An extra shoves with Payne. Comes back out in front, shot. Pushed aside. Asbridge. Audane. Down the right. Asbridge tries to do a little play around. Won't get it. Under 4 minutes to go here now. Played up the boards. Caught up, and now it's going to be a foot race down the right side. All the way down into the corner. Puck gets freed up near center, and they'll get to the red line. Wilkie doesn't send it down, though. Now grabbed. In behind, 3:33 to go here in the second. Driscoll looking for it. Driscoll spinning. Backhand. Jodrys tries for that. Back in behind. Hits the end boards. Prince. Comes off the stick. Kissed off the glass and heads down the left side. LaPierre. Backhanded and around. Turned over onto the stick of the captain there, Mullins, as she tries to battle and get something generated for her squad late in the period. Flipped on over. Caps. Prince gets it across. Driscoll. Driscoll steps in. Shot. Save made. Not able to be covered, but the initial stop there. Back and behind. Backhand. Now onto the stick. Heads to the corner. Mullins. Back over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick cuts across. Fitzpatrick steers in, and it's pushed to the side. 2 minutes to go. Over to Parsons. Parsons. To the left side, Caps. To the middle, shot stop. McKenzie now looks ahead. Puck caught up to. Steered to the corner on the right. Stars. Whack at it. 93 seconds remaining here in this period now. Fanned on. Comes back out near center. All sorts of pressure trying to swing that thing back in. Up the wall to Parsons. Gets him behind, and Myers going to chase. Myers down low. Power. In front. Knocked at. Puck's loose. Cover blew the whistle before the cover. And a little bit of a lucky bounce there for the Stars. 1:05 remaining here in the second. Face off to the right. Little stick lift. Walker looking for it. Walker gets ran off, and that'll be a penalty there. So the Stars heading to the power play, 54 seconds to go. And we'll head down here to the left. It's a little too aggressive on that pursuit. Puck dropped here on the left side, so under a minute to go, 2 minutes of power play time. The Stars, if they manage to get one here, would be pretty good dagger after a period dominated by the Caps in the offensive zone with nothing to show for it. That one gets sent down. Young's going to have to play it with someone in pursuit. Plays it nicely to Lutley. Good job there. 34 seconds. Stars up the left. Mullins. In over the line, bounce back the other way as they chase. Esbridge tries for it. Down along the half wall and 9 seconds to go. Poked at by Dowling. Maybe one less rush. Dowling stops that from happening. 2 seconds, and that will do it. So an entertaining second period, to say the least. We'll be back for the third in about 10. Hello everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for the third and final period of action here in this game. We got one more game after this one, but for this barn burner, we got 20 minutes left, potentially more I suppose, but 1-0 the score right now. Player along the left side drops that back, it's fanned on. Up the side, puck heads way back and behind, and it'll be slowed up. Stars over to Lutley. Lutley to Player. Player picks it up and rolls over the red line. That'll be down the right side here now. Player steps, shots again. Shoots again, my mistake. Down to Leslie now. Leslie looking to go up the wall. Picked up, toe drag. Player finds some open room. Backhand tries to jam that through. Just ran out of space there on the left side as a minute goes by. Face off on the right here. Puck dropped in. Stars back near the line, kicked aside. Comes up and stays in the offensive zone here for the Stars. As penalty over. Caps, who had a stellar second, was not able to find the back of the net going up against Young. We'll see what the third has in store for us here, though. As it's grabbed by the Caps. Dodry over to the right. Driscoll is going to bring that in and behind. Down along the end boards, Prince. She'll get in low to Jodry. Jodry hands that off. Caps in along the board. Driscoll shoots and puck slowed up. I guess my thing is that puck is still free on the left side despite the ref being on the other side. I know the rule is once the ref loses sight, but that puck looked pretty open for at least a second there, but the whistle goes and 18 minutes left going here in the third. 1-0 the score. The lack of goals has not been indicative of what this game has been. There's been plenty of offense. It's been more of a goaltender's duel here tonight. Puck picked up in behind. Dowling tries to get that pass off. Circling around back again. Nice pass back to Harland. Harland on the left side. Kearney tries to center herself. Shot, scores! And they tie it up from the slot. And that'll be 1-1 with 17:42 left to go in the third. So only took just over 2 minutes. Here in the third to tie this game up, so the Stars are bending and not breaking in the second, but the Caps break through early here. Back to center we go with a brand new ball game. Puck dropped in, Wilkie. Wilkie down the right side. Back in along the end boards. Jodry searches after it. Trying for that puck. Heads to the end boards. Chipped up through center, Mullins. Mullins across the line, and it's harpooned to the wall. Picked up Jodry. Gets it to the right side, Prince. Prince steps up, shot into the glove, and that'll be covered by Young. Puck off the draw, played back in behind, Caps. Trying to work out from the end wall. Behind the back, down low, rolls up the mask there and comes in front. Backhand. That one kind of trickles by on the corner. Mullins. Backing around into the line. Hand it off to Walter. Walter finds an open player on the right side. Shot blocked. Walter gets gummed up here at the line. Mullins does a good job pushing that, but it still comes free for Audane. She'll work to the right side, trying to let that big wrister go, but it's knocked off at the last second. Caps. From the corner. They battle 2-on-2. Lutley with some pressure in there. Stars come out with it, but intercepted by the Caps again. They're not quitting in the offensive zone here. Leslie. Spins. That one onto the stick there for the Stars. Kearney going to pull it back around. Kearney sends it across and worked into the end wall. Grabbed now by the Stars. Into Leslie. Over the line here for Larkin. Leslie has to hold up. His player was well offside there. Brings it back into her own zone. And now the Stars look to go to work here. McKenzie. Payne. Near the end boards. Over to Kearney. Back to Beaton. Beaton. Up ahead. Parsons. Parsons toe drags that in. Shot squared up. Save made there. 5 minutes gone here in the third in our 1-1 game. And Fitzpatrick will finally head out of the box after serving that unsportsmanlike. Face off in the Stars' end as they're looking for a little spark here. Puck drop down. Fitzpatrick rejoins the ice right away. At least the legs are probably feeling slightly rested. Try to use some of that energy here to jump start her team as it's played along the end boards. Lead pass. Gets ahead of it. Stars. Player shoots. Hits the end wall. From the corner. Fitzpatrick fakes the shot. Cuts in through the middle, running out of space though. Picked up and sent along the boards. Power now with it. Power in over the blue line. Left side, Bradley. Around for Walker. Lead play. Trying for that. Caps. Chipped in front here. McHenry overskates it. McHenry into Lutley. It catches her in the chest and comes back down right onto the stick. And the Stars get it as far as the end boards, I suppose. Caps. Leading that ahead. Oh, stick kind of got in. Thought maybe they'd call that one on Driscoll, but they do not. Lutley back in behind past Walter. Walter back in behind. Up the boards with it. Dodry falls at an unopportune time. Mullins shoots that in, and it just rolls into the glove there. Face off will be down here in the Caps' end. .34 p.m. the time. Puck from the corner. Payne gets it up. Caps. Chip that up near center. Trying to stick with it. Driscoll over to Jodry. In along the end boards. Played to the hash marks. Caps spinning Jodry. Driscoll now in behind. Driscoll to the blue line. Shot. Tipped. Goes wide. Had some power behind her. Left side corner. Continue to jockey for position there. Caps back to Leslie. Puck high in the sky. Bounces down there in front. Trying for that. McGugan up the boards. Doesn't get it very far though as the Caps try to swing that back in. Jodry. Into the middle. She can't get the shot off, but gives it her best go. Rolls up the stick, still alive. Spinning. Shot. Oh! And that was a cheeky little save, catching the netminder off guard. Up ahead by McKenzie, tipped back and behind. Dowling to the right. Little pass off. Dowling now. In over the line. On net. Shot. Oh, and a nice quality save there as it's stopped and pushed to the side by Young, who's been fantastic here late on this Friday night. Back from the corner. Leading play there, Caps. Shoot that, but it catches someone on the bench, and the whistle will go with 11:48 remaining here in regulation. Face off here to the right. Caps looking for Harlan. Harlan pushes a little pressure down low. Battling for it in the feet. Grabbed. Lotley trying to get that through the middle. Picked up, handed up the right, left side. In over the line here for Beaton. Beaton tries to hand off. Puck gets freed up to Parsons, though. She's the last one back. Has it. Parsons in behind. Chip play back to Walters. Walter. Over to Beaton. Beaton down the left side. Matheson shoots it around. Lead play to McGugan. Gets past. In over the line. Shot, and that one was a bullet, but it goes high. Caps. Get that out of the zone. Big old battle there near the Caps bench. Stars come out with it. Off the foot, or the shin pad, I should say. Stars have that roll off the stick. Back in around. Tries to feather that up ahead. Back in behind. Chip play down here to McKenzie. McKenzie gets it up the right side. Over to Power. Power brings it in across the blue line. Slowed up. To Player. Player inside the 10-minute mark here in the third period. 1-1 the score. Stars come out with it, trying to center, and it's on the stick there of the captain, Driscoll. Driscoll turns on the Jets. Driscoll forced across the ice, east to west. Or I suppose west to east. Back to Leslie. Leslie shoots, ricochets off a stick high. Trying to center that pass. Back in behind, Leslie chases. Picked up on that, turned over. Mullins now. Mullins, shoot, goes wide. First clear-cut look in a while for the Stars, and the puck doesn't reach the net. Mullins tries it again. Rebound, steered aside. Prince down for there from the corner. Jodrey over to the right. Cross over the blue line. Cuts to the middle. Bounces back by Wilkie. She'll grab, circle out of that. Pass across to Jodrey. Harland. Down low. In behind Esbridge. Opposite corner. Frees itself up. Back to the blue line. Shot goes wide. Harland into the foot. McKenzie now. Poked at. Chased down, and now potential break the other way. Stars in on net. Shoot, save made. Dingwell finds herself alone with under 8 minutes to go. And the stop is made to keep it 1-1. Dingwell now, back over. Hits the stick as they try to chip up the half wall. McGugan spins that, hands it off. Audane passed across to Wilkie. Chipped that in the air, and it comes back down. Stars. Player over the blue line. Player down to the end boards. Caps. Led ahead. Down into the zone. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Worked up the wall to Walter. Walter tries to push that through. Kearney gets it in behind. Battled for along the end wall. A little more pressure there. Walter from the corner. Parsons pulls it back around. Now battle there in the corner. Both teams dig away for that one. Back to Walter. She keeps it in nicely. Shot from the point. Sent around. Trying to find that play. It'll be under the stick there. And led ahead for the Stars. Walker. Back in front. Picked up and covered up as the face-off will be here on the right with 6:19 to go. Face-off coming. Kick back to the blue line. That's sent near the end boards. Back to Bradley. In around Payne. Payne surveys. Up the wall to Lutley. Lutley. Shot goes through. Jodry over the blue line. Along the end boards. Trying to get it up the wall here in front. Pass, jumps around and into the end wall. Fitzgerald gets to it first. Fitzpatrick. Waiting for her Stars players to join as they got the change done. Back to the line. Puck flutters its way in. Driscoll stops it up, but then a quality shot there from the slot. Is it saved with 5:22 left to go? Picked up. That's off to the right side corner. Caps waiting for it. Stars pick that up. Dingwell hits the glove and goes wide. Back in behind. Wilkie. Chipped off the wall. Tries to feed that through. Caps get stopped up. Power now. Power to the red line. Sent down the left side and behind for Myers. From the corner, comes back to Wilkie. Hits the glass. In near the feet, Stars. Walter does a good job, not getting in trouble off that one. Brought back in over the line. McHenry shoots it, bouncing puck, and the whistle goes. Face-off coming here on the left. 4:29 left to go. So we're getting near the end of regulation here. Face off. Picked up in by Matheson. Puts it off the glass. Back to Walter. Walter shoots that in, and solid stop there in net. That one wasn't coming in with a lot of conviction, but those are the ones you got to keep an eye on and finish off. Follow through on your save. Puck dropped in there. Dowling along the wall. Gets in behind his bridge. Walker gets a little whack at it. 4:09 to go here in the third. From the corner, Dowling gets it back in behind Asbridge. Picked up by the Caps. Backhand in behind. Held up against the wall there. Trying to play that forward. Haldane steps in, chance to shoot, fans on it. Was right in front with not a lot of traffic in front of her, but can't get the shot off. Dowling in behind for Asbridge. We're getting into next goal wins territory here. Up the wall. Jumps the stick in behind for Leslie. Stars trying to get a change off, and they're trying to play hurry-up offense here down the left side. Fitzpatrick now. Chased after him behind. Puck gets freed in front. Now leading ahead, and it's down the left. Now looking for a burst of speed. In on net, Stars. Backhand, rebound in front, they score! And the Stars off the rush. Bury one. With 2:58 left to go in the third. And the first about 3 minutes of the game they scored, and now in the last three they score. 2-1 the lead, and we're in for a great finish here. A little bit of frustration there on the Caps bench, but it's all about putting that thing in the back of the net, and that one finds its way in off the break. And 3 minutes remain. Puck dropped in there. Beaton tries to put some pressure on. It comes down the corner, the half wall, and sent him behind. Caps. Circle back. Harlan. In around. Lutley tries to spin that one back out in front. Some pressure along the boards there. Poked at. That one escapes in behind. Caps. Shaking off a couple errant sticks. Wilkie gonna bring that one down low. Stars lead play there. Rolls off the stick once it ricochets in behind. Harland. Leslie. Would have beaten. Bounces off the stick there and down the left. Slows up, no ice. Under 2 minutes to go. LaPierre tries to play that to center. Caps now running out of time as they're going to try to work that up ahead. We'll keep an eye on the netminder. Spun back around Fitzpatrick now. 95 seconds remain. Driscoll taking it to the outside. Gets that pass back. In over the line. Driscoll hands that off in front. Can't get it centered, though, as it bounces off a skate. Back to the line, and the goaltender out of the net. So the Stars are shooting on an empty net here. Down and behind. Jodry gets through. Full court press here for the Stars. Fitzpatrick picks it up. Fitzpatrick around. Slowed up. Kept in the zone and sent in behind. Minute to play now. Stars hemmed in their own zone. Larkin pressures. Driscoll fishes it out. Driscoll tries to center. Back to Harland. They push it down to Driscoll. She centers on a spin around. Risky pass there. Down low. Driscoll loses it. Harland backs off. It's put into the right side and around. Fitzpatrick gets her all tied up, and now the arm goes up for the penalty with 32 seconds, and that'll probably be enough. I would have loved to see Harlan just jump in on that play when it was at the top of the circle. She kind of backed off and gave Fitzpatrick enough room to skate that into the offensive zone and ends up taking the penalty. I think with 30 seconds left, you just kind of have to go for it. So now the Caps with their back against the wall. Shorthanded, 32 seconds. Puck dropped in. Caps, pick it up. Caps up the left side, Beaton. Netminder heads out, so we're back to 5-on-5 here. Beaton tries to center, get close there, but it hits off a skate. 19 seconds. Stars play it in through the middle. Risky play to try to go up through center. Into the end boards. Hits the back of the net. 9 seconds to go here. Tripped up. Touched. And 4.4 seconds remaining. And it'll be back to the power play for that amount of time. Timeout call by the Caps. Will be back in a moment. All right, back here for the last 4 seconds of play. Caps went to the whiteboard, trying to pull something crazy off here late. After a great hockey game. Pushing Driscoll back over. Puck dropped in, grabbed by the Stars. They'll hold on the board, and that will do it. The Stars come away with a victory here, scoring in the first few minutes and the last few. Fantastic game of hockey. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back for a moment.